Very good morning and welcome to this Wednesday session of Yoga Online. Sit comfortably and sit tall. Lift the sides of the trunk. Take the abdomen in, spread across the chest. Take the arms out to the side. Lift the shoulders, lift the arms. Breathing in, raise up the arms. A full extension of the sides of the trunk. Lift the crown of the head. Join your palms together and release your thumbs. 4 fingers away. Keep the crown of the head lifted. And focus on your breath. Feel the firmness of the legs, the lift of the side of the trunk, and focus on the breath. We'll begin by chanting Om 3 times. Take a slow, deep breath in. Om. 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 Slowly release your hands, open your eyes. Keep your palms and fingers around the knees, lift the sides of the trunk. Breathing in, look up. And as you breathe out, release the chin to the chest. Tuck the head. As you breathe out, release the chin to the chest. One more time, breathe in, raise up the head. As you breathe out, release the chin to the chest. Slowly raise up the head. Over to the left ear to the left shoulder. Right ear to the right shoulder. One more time to the left. Take the left ear to the left shoulder and keep it there. At the same time, feel the upper back muscles rolling down the back. Over to the right. Feel the stretch on the left side. Raise up your head. Roll the shoulders back. Interlock your fingers, rotate at the wrist, turn the palms away from you. Breathe in, raise up the arms, a full stretch of the armpits. Lift the elbows, soften the abdomen, stretch the armpits. Maintain the extension of the trunk. Full breath in. And as you breathe out, twist to the right. Stay for a few moments, soften the abdomen. Come back to center and twist to the left. Center, release your fingertips onto the mat, lift the sides of the trunk, and straighten your legs. Straighten the legs, heels away from you, toes towards you. Press your feet down. Press your thighs down. Press the backs of the knees down. Roll the shoulders back. Lift the navel. Lift the sternum. Lift the crown of the head. Sit tall. With this action of the thighs moving down, breathe in, raise up the arms. A full extension of the arms. Create this L shape with your body once again. The legs lengthen horizontally and the trunk lifts. There's a 90-degree between the thighs and the trunk. As you press the thighs down, lift the navel, lift the sternum, lift the crown of the head, lift the arms. Breathe out and release. Fold the legs in for Baddha Konasana. Join the soles of the feet. Hold onto your ankles and lift the navel, lift the sternum, lift the crown of the head. As the thighs move down and the knees move down, lift the sides of the trunk, lift the navel, lift the sternum, lift the crown of the head. You are still sitting tall, although the thighs are moving down, the knees are moving down. There's a dual action here. The trunk lifts up and the thighs move down. Keep lifting the crown of the head, soften the abdomen. Hold onto the big toe of the right foot and stretch out the right. Just as much as you can. Hold it in. Hold onto the big toe of the left foot. Stretch down. Hold it in. One more time, the right leg. If you can, press the backs of your knees and your thighs to the floor. Heels away from you, toes towards you. And now the left leg as well. Heels away from you, toes towards you. Take your legs as wide as you can and lift the trunk, lift the navel, lift the armpit. The thighs move down. The backs of the knees move down. The trunk lifts and look up. Keep pressing the thighs down as you lift the trunk. Upavista Konasana. Wide angle. Keep lifting the sides of the trunk. Feel the freedom and openness in the pelvic area and feel the strength of the legs as you press the thighs. So roll the shoulders back, lift the navel, lift the sternum, lift the forward. Press your feet together for Baddha Konasana once again. Draw your feet in as close as you can. Lift the navel, lift the sternum, lift the crown of the head and draw your knees down as you lift. Straighten your legs. Change the bind of your interlock. Rotate at the wrist, turn the palms away from you. Breathe in and raise up a full stretch. Press your thighs down, your heels away from you, your toes towards you. Lift the navel, lift the sternum, stretch the armpit, lift the wrists. Maintain the extension of the trunk and now take your legs wider into Upavista Konasana. See that your knees are facing up, your toes are facing up. Press your thighs down and lift the trunk. Press down, lifting the trunk. And release your hands. Draw your legs back in, just as wide as the hips. Press your thighs down, roll the shoulders back, lift the navel, lift the sternum and place your gaze forward. Fold your legs in. Place your fingertips in front of your knees. Walk your hands forward. Lift the chest and up. Place your fingertips at the sides of the trunk. Once again, roll the shoulders back. Lift the chest. Feel the openness of the chest as you place your palms on the floor and come to sit. Come to sit in Vajrasana. Roll the shoulders back. Lift the navel. Lift the trunk. Once again, interlace your fingers in front of you. Rotate at the wrist. Turn the palms away from you. Breathe in and raise up your arms. Press the tops of your feet down. Press your thighs down, press the groins down, feel the weight of your legs. At the same time, lift the shoulders, lift the navel, Lift the sternum and stretch the arms up. Feel the openness of the chest, at the same time the softness in the abdomen. From here, maintain the extension of the trunk. Take your knees wider and lift. Hold the breath. Each time you breathe in, press the thighs down and lift the trunk. Release your hands onto your knees. Wrap your fingers and palms around the knees, lift the trunk. Place your fingertips behind you and draw the knees together. Walk your hands forward. Move the navel towards the thighs and release your head. Feel the crown of the head extend towards the floor. At the same time, the buttock moves back, giving you that stretch in the back. Walk your hands forward. And keep stretching the crown of the head towards the floor. Slowly walk your hands back. Roll the shoulders back and come to stand. Stand with your feet hip-width apart and then stretch out into Prasarita. Press your feet down. When you are sitting, you had your thighs pressing back towards the floor. Now push your thighs back. Feel the length of the legs. Roll the shoulders back. Draw the elbows together, and this is good opening for the pelvic area, the lower abdominal area. Press your thighs down, press your feet down, lift the navel, lift the sternum. The lower shoulder blade moves into the body, and as you breathe out, hinge at the hips, fold forward. So you have the L shape once again. The thighs move back, the sternum moves forward, the crown of the head moves forward. Release your fingertips onto the floor. Take your legs wide apart. Place your fingertips on the floor. If you need to use blocks, use blocks. The action here is that the thighs move back and the navel and sternum move forward. Keep looking forward. There's an action here. Thighs move back, the knees move back, the navel moves forward, and the sternum moves forward. Once you've established the length of the trunk and the firmness of the legs, release your head. Once again, take the crown of the head towards the floor and feel the neck release, feel the head release. At the same time, the thighs are active. Toe heel, toe heel, toe heel. Walk your legs together and come to stand. Turn your right leg out and draw the knee up and keep the weight on your left leg. For Upavista Konasana and Baddha Konasana, you had the openness of the hips and the knee was away from the thigh. Fold your leg in and place it onto the inside of your thigh. Keep your hands on your hips and feel this extension of the trunk and focus on the standing leg. If this is difficult for you, you can keep your foot on the shin or the floor. But the work here is not to raise up the arms, but rather feel the right knee moving away, opening up the hips, opening up the pelvic area. Keep moving the knee back in line with the thigh. And change legs. The work once again is to bring the knee in line with the thigh. So you roll the knee away from you. Keep your hands on your hips. This knee rolls away from you. Stand firmly on the right leg as the left knee moves away from you, opening up. Similar action to Baddha Konasana. Keep your hands on your hips for balance. Slowly release. Step the legs out wide once again. Turn your right leg out and your left leg in, but move the navel to face forward. Move the sternum to face forward and feel this knee roll out to the side, feel the thigh roll out to the side. Right foot in, left foot out. The knee rolls out, the thigh rolls out, move the hip and trunk to face forward. So we're focusing on the opening in the pelvic area and the hips. Turn your foot to face forward. Toe heel, toe heel, toe heel. Walk your legs together and come to sit. Give a little support if you need to and come out to Upavista Konasana once again. Press your thighs down, lift the trunk. From here, like when you are standing, you're going to fold your left leg in so that the foot of the left leg is against the right thigh. This is the action. But when you are standing, you had your legs straight. This time, the leg is out to the side as in Upavista Konasana. Let's repeat it. Come into Upavista Konasana once again. Engage your thighs, press the thighs down, heels away from you, toes towards you. From here, fold your right leg, so your left leg, and the left knee moves away from you. The left thigh moves away from you. The navel is centered, the sternum is centered. Interlace your fingers straight at the wrist. Breathing in, raise up the arms. A full stretch of the trunk. Both thighs move down as you lift the trunk. This is preparation for Janu Siddhasana. Thighs move down to lift the trunk. Stay in this posture and find your breath. At the same time, keep moving the bent knee away from you, the straight leg knee down, and lift the trunk. Slowly release your hands and change legs. Coming to Upavista Konasana first. Fold in the right leg, the left leg is extended. The navel faces forward, the sternum faces forward. Lift the sides of the trunk. Place your fingertips on the floor to lift the trunk if you need to. Change the bind of your fingers, rotate at the wrist, turn the palms away from you. Breathing in, lift the sides of the trunk. Press your thighs down. The bent leg knee moves away from you and lift the trunk. Keep focusing on the legs moving down, the thighs moving down, and the trunk lifting up. That's the action. Take the navel in, stretch the arms. And this is good for the hips and the pelvic area as well. Take out the legs for Upavista Konasana and draw the legs together. From here, fold the left leg in, keep the right leg straight. A similar action. Now take your left hand to the inside of the left knee to move the navel forward. The navel faces forward, the sternum faces forward. Both your thighs press onto the floor. Interlock your fingers once again, rotate at the wrist, turn the palms away from you, like you did when you are standing, and lift the trunk. There's an action here where the straight leg moves down, the heel of the straight leg moves away from you and the toe towards you, but the bent knee moves away from you, the thigh of the bent leg presses down, and you lift the trunk. Keep the legs active, keep the trunk lifted. So although it seems as if you're not moving, there's an internal action happening. The muscles are working, the bones are working, the thighs are pressing down and the chest is lifting, the The arms are lifting and change legs. Left leg straight, right leg in. Press your fingertips on the floor to give you the lift. Interlock your fingers, rotate at the wrist, turn the palms away from you. Breathing in, raise up the arms. Once again, engage your thighs. Press your thighs down. Lift the trunk, lift the navel, lift the sternum. Touch the armpits. Feel the length of the trunk, the length of the straight leg, and then bent knee moves away from you. And the pelvic area. Hands. Roll the shoulders back, stretch out your legs. With a slight bend in the knees, take the legs out for Upavista Konasana once again. Fold in your left leg and press it against the right thigh. This knee moves away from you, this knee is straight. If you can you lift the foot and take the heel onto its own thigh? So the heel is against the groin area, the left heel and the left thigh. You have more opening of the hips and more freedom in the pelvic area. If this is difficult for you, keep the left foot on the right thigh. From here, interlock your fingers once again, rotate at the wrist, turn the palms away from you. Breathe in and stretch. Bent leg thigh moves away from you. The straight leg thigh moves down and lift the jaw. There's an action here where the bent leg knee is moving away and lift the jaw. Once you've established your posture, just focus on the breath. Keep lifting the trunk. Hands and change legs. You can choose to keep the foot onto the left leg or move the heel onto its own thigh. The toe of the right leg touches the left. Change the bind of your fingers, rotate at the wrist, turn the palms away from you. Breathe in and lift. A full extension. Press your thighs down, lift the trunk, lift the chest, lift the armpits and stretch up. Breathe out, release, roll the shoulders back and stretch out your legs for Upavista Konasana. Roll the shoulders back. Feel now there's some freedom in the area of the hips, pelvis. Press your thighs down, engage your legs, lift the trunk. Roll the shoulders back. Hold your legs in for Baddha Konasana. Join the soles of the feet. And lift the trunk once again. The thighs move down. The knees move down. Lift the navel, lift the sternum. Keep the crown of the head lifted, look straight ahead. So there's a length in the trunk, the knees move down, the thighs move down. If you can, draw your heels in towards you, wrap your fingers around your toes and lift the trunk. Lift the trunk. Now, slide over to the right side until your knee touches the floor and press the left thigh presses down. Use the strength of the thigh and your arms to press down, and you'll feel it in the area of the groin. Release. Roll over onto your left side until the knee touches the floor and press the right thigh down. Wrap your fingers around your feet. With the strength of the thighs, take the knees down and lift the chest. Bound angle pose, also known as Bhadrasana or the cobbler's pose or bound angle pose. Gives an openness to the hips, pelvic area, lifts the trunk, lifts the crown. Focus on your breath. There's an action of the thighs moving down and the knees moving down as you lift the trunk. Place your fingertips behind you and straighten. Straighten your legs, heels away from you, toes towards you. Breathing in, raise up the arms. Bend the knees, reach forward, hold onto your toes, and just a gentle stretch forward. Release the head, release the crown of the head towards the feet. Round the back. Hands. And to face your mat. Face your mat. Roll the shoulders back. And come to lie flat on your back. In Supta Baddha Konasana, join the soles of the feet and feel the knees and the thighs draw to the floor. You can use your hands and spread your thighs and spread your knees to the floor, but feel the openness of the hips and the pelvic area as you release the navel to the floor, release the ribcage to the floor and become soft. Focus on just the exhalation. Drop the knees, keep your feet flat on the floor. With both hands, draw both knees in towards the chest. And straighten your legs. Feel the thighs roll out, feel the knees roll out, and the toes roll. Place both hands on the abdomen. Raise up your knees one by one, keeping your feet flat on the floor. Raise up the right arm all the way past the right shin. Roll over onto your right hand side. And press to come to sit. So this was gentle hip work to bring mobility to the area of the hips. We hold a lot of tension in the hip area as well. You will find a good release. Lift the sides of the trunk, sit comfortably. Join your palms together. Take a slow, deep breath in. And as you breathe out, release the chin to the chest. As you breathe in, slowly raise up your head. Release your hands and open. Have a wonderful day and thank you for joining us this morning.